YouTube? It is Matty, and this is another trophy push video. So yeah, I've got some raids I'm able to show you, and you can see I've pushed up a bit higher. I'm at 3770 now. I think my record is 3771. Should be, yeah. So this video, I think the area what I wanted to talk about was defense. And yeah, so I'll cover that, but I'll in the meantime I'll start showing you some raids. Here's my attack log all the way through. So I've got a couple of 51% there for some nice cup amounts. Let's see if I can visit the bases to see the sort of people I was taking down. There's one. It's a pretty simple design. There's a lot of percentage on the outside. I think from memory that one was a pretty comfortable win. Looking at the others, another, a 2-star, 4, that was only for 4 trophies though. I'll look at the 53% 1-star. Dun dun dun, see what we got. Oh, it's still destroyed. Yeah, so this base, I think because all the expos were down, it was an easy, and all the ADs were sort of central. There was a lot of percentage available, so it's quite an easy base. I don't know why I'm showing you these, because I can't show the full raid of it, obviously, but just to give you an idea, I suppose, of the bases that I am able to take down. But I've got a few videos I can show you that are in my recent attack log, and we'll have a look at those. So here is a number 1, and it was a snipe. But the funny thing on this base was that the guy put holes in by the DE. Now whenever you've got, like, if that, let's say that was the town hall and it was worth a few trophies where the dark elixir is, what you've got to do is check a few things before you just blindly rush in. You got to check the CC, and you've got to check for traps. So I dropped a couple of loon down to check for seeking air mines, and I dropped a couple of minions down to check for air bombs, and then I just sort of spam the base, and all I was trying to do was get up the dark elixir because it was basically free, which I did. Now the sniper was going to happen, so I then dropped a loon to distract and a few minions on the drill, and the same with the other drills as well. So I was just sort of tanking the any air mines. That was the reason for the loon, and I could have dropped a single minion then dropped the rest, but I was just probably in a bit of a rush, so I thought, I'll just drop a loon, a couple of minions, and it just meant I was able to get 3.8 thousand added up total with the loot bonus. That was 5,000 dark, which obviously is very nice. It was only for 1 trophy though, so I did have to rebuild my full army after that. And then I found the beast, the absolute beast. Now I was going to attack this no matter the cost, because it was a 42 or 43 trophy available. Ridiculous, so rare to find, and when you've got an opportunity like that, you can't ignore it. I'm gonna restart that. That's a bit annoying. I accidentally clicked. Yeah, it's something you just can't refuse, because if I'd have lost, it would have only been like 11 cups gone. But if I'd have won, 14, and you can see I did get the win. So what I was trying to do here was take down the air defense, take down a couple of the arch towers while the air defenses were while they were distracted, and that bit was pretty successful. Now I did fail on that one arch tower there, which was a little bit annoying, but I was just trying to get some of those ADs down and the arch towers with them. It just meant that it would clean up some nice percent for me, and you can see I dropped 3 loons on the arch tower to correct my mistake and finish it off, which it did. So that's left the percentage down the bottom side. And then I thought all the archers came out. I was like, well, that's not the full CC, so I didn't really want to deal with them there and then. I thought I'll finish up getting the CC pull, which meant the final AD to go down for me. So I dropped my CC, I think, and then a couple of loons just to tank, and then a couple of minions behind as well. So I was just trying to get the full CC pull, which, there we go, look, it's happening now, and all the wizards are out. I managed to take down the mortar as well for the extra percent, and my minions are about to die, and now it's going to be about getting them all together. So once the CC's all clumped up, now you'll see I did something that might change my mind. I was going to do a loon drop there, but I only had 2 loons, and I was like, I can't risk this. So I decided to pull them all the way across to the archer tower, to make sure I was going to get a definite loon drop, because I couldn't afford to fail, basically. So now I had a definite path. Look, just getting them into one tight little clump, loon on, and most of them are dead there. Look, so a couple of minions to go in and finish, and then the last loon and a couple of minions behind to finish up there as well. At this point, I then thought, I'll go back and get my 3%, and a Tesla popped up there. That was really frustrating. I didn't expect that. That's clearing a couple of percent that I didn't want to have to fight for, but in the end, I obviously did. So just waiting. I suppose at this point in the raid, I was just waiting to see where I was at, to see what was needed to be done of my hero. So I dropped the king down. There's percent up there. Then I could jump him in into the quadrant, because there was a lot of percentage there as well. So that was the reason for that. Anyway, defense. So the reason pushing works when you're a Town Hall 9 or a Town Hall 8 or a Town Hall 7 or whichever is because a lot of the people that take you down are really high in cups. Now I have my logic for it as to why it's that way, which I shall explain, but I don't know if it's definitely correct or not. Now my thinking is that the people that are really high in cups are on a lot of the time, and when they're on, they are searching constantly. A lot of them gem their armies and just doing 6-hour sessions of constant searching. So on activity level alone of those top players, I think that they will have a higher probability of finding the people, because their people at that level aren't available. They have to dip down. So if you look at my defense log, I mean, all of those -1s, the odd -8, -10, but for the most part, -1s pretty much all the way down. That -19 was like almost, well, yeah, a week and a half ago, and that was down. Well, yeah, but that was a bit of a bad loss. That hurt. But for the most part, -1s, and it just means that when you've done your session, and if you can manage to not fail like this, you're just going to move up. And it's why Town Hall 7s and Town Hall 8s get the opportunity to hit high. Because all they have to do is snipe and not lose, and gain more than 1 cup for the most of the time in a session, and they've moved up. So a lot. I mean, just so you guys know as well, I work full time. I don't get, I can't stay online in the day really at all. I sleep like a normal person as well, between 5 and 7 or 8 hours a night. So I just can't. Yeah, I'm not up all night pushing. I'm just doing it in sessions in the evening, probably one small session a day, and maybe a raid or 2 in the morning, and that's enough, and that has got me here, and it'll continue to get me up. And it's the same for my brother, who's at sort of 4,200 trophies, but he's a Town Hall 10, so it's a little bit different. I'll show the last video in the I've got a snipe, and then I got this 9 cup, and this was a nice one because this was today. So yeah, look at this base. I mean, Expo's all in on the one section, and there was so much percentage down the bottom where I thought I can get into those air defences, get into some of those arch towers, and tank while tanking, and get those all that percentage down the bottom side, and then the sides. I thought I was quite confident that I'd get it, so I went for it. But yeah, I suppose I wanted to highlight that the reason for the key thing about pushing is, don't fail. Don't go out of your comfort zone. Meaning that because if you lose trophy, you'll lose far more trophies by a fail than you would on by not doing a single raid in a session, if you know what I mean. Difficulty in finding a base isn't that bad, or isn't the end of the world, because you will find one eventually. Just takes time, and it is frustrating and boring and everything like that, but they do come eventually. So don't feel like you have to take a base on because your shield's broken. You don't. You just need to be careful in what you do. I was lucky to get the queen kill there, actually. That was really lucky. I haven't got many things left now in the raid, but 34% is quite high considering the amount of buildings available. So I think I was trying to drop maybe 2 loons on the arch tower to clean up the side percentage, because the last percent I wanted to take down was sort of by the king and queen. So you can see I dropped 3 loons there to make sure I got the arch tower. Then all those minions to get probably about 4 or 5 or 6% there, probably 7 maybe including the arch tower. Which was going to stand me in good stead for the rest of the raid. And when you're at 40%, when you've got your heroes alive, you're in good. Again, it's good, especially when you've got army camps and low HP buildings up there. So I was just using the minions now just to spam them in and get those buildings as weak as possible, because the heroes were going to finish everything off. I think the queen I put up by those 3 pumps because they're all weak, and that in itself would have probably been enough to get me the percentage. Now what I should have done is drop my king into the compartment on the right and got the free loot, but I don't know what I was playing. I don't know why I wanted to kill the king. I don't know, not the most clever move, but I got the 50%, let the queen finish her stuff and got the hell out of there, and ended that session on a nice high. So it's time to break my shield soon and carry on trophy pushing, but I wanted to do this video first and catch some nice raids that I'd got earlier over the last day or so, to show you that's the sort of bases I take down, because yeah I suppose that's what you guys want to see in a trophy pushing video. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.